What is up, my friends? Welcome to a Duskmourn draft here on Arena. I'm CopperPitch. We finished Foundations in 40th rank. We've lost a couple since then. Now we're going to try and rank back up. So let's dive in here to our first Duskmourn draft. We have opened up a very bad rare. And let's see what else. We've got a bottomless pool, which is phenomenal. This might be our pick. Bouncing a creature for 1 mana is absurd value. The locker room half of this card is just pure upside, and it's not bad upside either. If you have 5 mana to float 1 turn, you can unlock it. Whenever 1 or more creatures you control deals combat damage, you get to draw a card. So if you draft some elusive creatures along with the bottomless pool, both halves of this are just insane, but especially the bottomless pool is just absurd value. 1 mana, you bounce your opponent's 5-drop. They have to spend 5 mana again. Meanwhile, you're spending your extra 4 mana that you didn't have to pay by developing something else. We also have Unable to Scream, Murder. Lionheart Glimmer is good in an aggressive white deck, but we're definitely going to take the bottomless pool here. Next pack, we open up another bad rare, but we've got a Get Out, which is really good in the enchantment decks. Think about it. It was pretty sweet to play bottomless pool the first time to bounce something for 1. Well, now we could bounce it back to our hand with Get Out and then play bottomless pool yet again and bounce our other stuff as well. We've also got Betrayer's Bargain, which is just a great 2 mana deal 5. You do need to sacrifice something, or you can just pay 2 extra. So this card is really, really strong removal for red. But since we're really in blue right now with our beautiful bottomless pool, I'm going to go ahead and take Get Out. Now we open up nothing in blue that we want. So blue, green, blue, white are kind of where we want to be. We have an Orphans of the Wheat, which I'm not a huge fan of outside of white, green, perhaps. You really want this to be tapping down your survivors. I don't think blue has any survivors. Between the Cheerleader here, we want to go into white, or there's a bunch of good green cards. We do have a room already. We could try and draft a room deck with the ticket booth. I do enjoy a good room deck. It's a bit of a meme, unless you can get all the perfect cards. I think Watchdog here is probably the best card outside of Cheerleader and Wheat, maybe. I do think Watchdog is the best out of a couple not good options. And here we go. So we're back in business with our blue cards. This is a great thing to see here, pick 4. We've got a great removal spell. And again, another thing that we can bounce with Get Out, which means you can drop this early, get rid of one of their early threats, then eventually Get Out, bounce it back to your hand with your bottomless pool, and then you can play this again on your opponent's bombs. So it's very nice to have Get Out and a Stay Hidden, Stay Silent. You can also pay 6. You get to Manifest Dread and get rid of their creature for good. The only downside of this card is it doesn't get rid of abilities. It taps down the creature permanently, but you can't tap down survivors or they'll get value. Vanish from Sight, Moldering Gym, Pyroclasm. Nothing too exciting here. I do think Vanish from Sight is okay. And then the Moldering Gym is good for ramping. We're not really a ramp deck. It's also good for a blue-green Manifest Dread deck, but we don't have any of the payoffs for that right now. So it's between the Gym and the Vanish here. I think we're going to go ahead and take the Gym here. I don't really care for Vanish from Sight. It's just expensive. Nothing for us in this pack. I think the Piranha Fly is okay. It is elusive, the flyer, so it does go decently well with the locker room. But it comes in tapped, which is just really obnoxious. But there's nothing else here for us, really, so we'll go ahead and grab the fly. Meat Locker here, pick 7, is phenomenal for us. There's also a Terramorphic Expanse I wouldn't mind. We're going to go ahead and take the awesome Meat Locker here. Good card draw, taps down something. It's another room, another enchantment. Between the Surveyor and the Watchdog, I wouldn't mind getting more 2-drops because we don't have that many 2-drop creatures that can do anything. Our flies barely count, so we kind of just have the Watchdog. The Surveyor, though, is great in an enchantment deck. 2 bodies for 3 mana. One of them is an enchantment. Currently, we don't care about enchantments. So I'm leaning towards the Watchdog here. We're also a lot more likely to stay in blue than we are to be in green. We open up a bomb in another color next pack. We're going to abandon green immediately. Nothing great here. I'm not a huge fan of Norin. Even if we were in blue-red, I don't think I would want to be playing these cards. I'll take a Teddy. I don't think it's the worst card in the world. It draws your opponent a card, but it draws you one as well. It's also an artifact creature. Very relevant in this set. So if you do need artifact creatures for delirium purposes, not bad. Nothing here for us. It's between the Bear Trap and the Grasping. I'll take the Grasping Long Neck. The Demon still being here is kind of surprising. It's not that bad. I don't think the Root-wise is that good. I'm going to take the Lighthouse in case we find some really good red cards we want to splash. Or if we end up in blue-red. Fear of the Dark is mid. We'll just grab it in case we end up in black somehow. Alright, what do we got pack 2? We open up a land. That is sad. However, we also opened up a Brood Spinner. So if we are in green, we could splash the Brood Spinner. This card is pretty nutty. But we also have a Fear of Falling, which we're in blue, and this is just a phenomenal card. 5-mana flyer, but it's a 4/4, and whenever it attacks, it just ruins your opponent's chances of defending. It also stays until your next turn, so you get to basically ruin their chances of attacking as well. Fear of Falling is really, really strong. I hate to pass up a Glimmerburst. It would actually be Glimmerburst's second pick here after the Fear of Falling. Final Vengeance, Brood Spinner, very nice cards. I don't like the Fear of Abduction. You need to sacrifice something that you don't always have. Ooh. Okay, speaking of moving into a different color. Or even just splashing this. I mean, this is nuts. This card is insane. We are obviously going to take this. This card is busted. We'll look at it in 1 second here. Let's see what else we're passing up. We miss an Underwater Tunnel, maybe a Spine Seeker. The Osseous Stick Twister is one of my faves. But yeah, Rollercoaster Ride is a bomb and a half. If you don't have anything in your graveyard, it still blows up your entire opponent's board. If you can cast this for like 6 mana, that means your X is 3. You get to do 3 to 3 different creatures. If you cast it for 7, you're doing 4 to 4 different creatures. If you have Delirium, it doubles that. I mean, this just literally wipes your entire opponent's board and leaves your board intact. And has future upside as well. So we're going to go ahead and take the Roller Crusher. Be quite happy about it. And then we followed up with a really good green card that we unfortunately want. I say unfortunately because I would love to move into blue-red here, but no good red cards. No real good blue cards. Skull is okay. But Under the Skin is just phenomenal. You get to manifest Dread and you get to return something into your hand. If we can find some of that blue-green synergy stuff for the Manifest Dreads, that would be very nice. I don't mind the Terramorphic Expanse here, as we do want to be splashing probably at this point. Fear of Infinity is an insane card if you're in a really good enchantment deck, but blue-black is kind of a weak color pair, so it's a little bit tough to play. Irreverent Gremlin is also really nice. You do get to draw things, but I don't think we're going to be in red for real. At this point, the Terramorphic is better. We get a Betrayer's Bargain, which now is like pulling me into red. The Monstrous Emergence as well. So we could take the good, I say, green removal spell or the great red removal spell. Kind of want to take Betrayer's Bargain so we can sacrifice the Roller Crusher and then get it back with Under the Skin. Just seems ridiculous. Probably unnecessary, but okay. Just a solid 2-drop. Nothing to write home about. I'd take the Ticket Booth. I don't mind the Ticket Booth because then you get to Manifest Dread and then sack it to the Betrayer's Bargain. But yeah, I'm going to take the 2-drop here for sure. Another shot at a Ticket Booth, a Bashful Beastie. I do think I want to stay in green. Bashful Beastie is good top end, and we don't have any top end right now. Another Watch Puppy is good. Inspector is okay if we are manifesting enough Dread. We have a green-red land here, though, which we've got at least 1 or 2 things we definitely want to splash. So I'm going to grab the green-red land, I think. Make it real easy to cast our phenomenal cards. And then our bad cards, who cares what happens with, right? We don't have that many big creatures. I'll grab the big one just in case we need it. We're desperate. Again, in case we're desperate, we'll take the big creature. Not a fan of the apparition. We're not running anything else here, so we'll just grab it. Fear failed tests, not good. Okay. We opened up another bad rare. We've opened up all bad cards. The Sheltered by Ghosts is a bomb, but we can't grab it. The card is nutty. Bottomless Pool, though. Second bottomless pool. A Glimmerburst, which we have not gotten any yet. So we have no Glimmerbursts right now, huh? Our curve looks pretty weird. Bottomless Pool is definitely a better card than a Glimmerburst. I'm going to be real sick about this one, but I'm taking the Bottomless Pool. Again, it's 1 mana and you get to bounce something. You can't ask for more than that. There's the Growing Dread we wanted for our Manifest Dread synergies, and then we get another Glimmerburst, and I'm going to throw up. I really want a Glimmerburst. I wouldn't mind 2 Glimmerbursts. This card is amazing. Growing Dread is okay. I don't think it's anything phenomenal if you don't have enough ways to manifest Dread. I think we do have a decent number already, and I think we'll get some more. Defiant Survivor is one of those really, really nasty cards that if you can ever swing with this, you just win the game, basically. You get free creatures every turn. You can tap it down somehow. It's amazing. I can play Stay Hidden, Stay Silent on my own creature. Just permanently taps it down. Spits out a Manifest Dread every single turn. Definitely slamming that. Fear of Exposure is a big body, but I have never had good success with this card. It's kind of a 5-mana creature, and when it's not a 5-mana creature, because you can tap stuff, it's not as relevant, but I don't think there's anything else here for us. So we'll take the big body. It's basically a 5-mana creature that we're missing, and here is a Roaring Furnace. That is a phenomenal card. I don't know that we want to play it or not. Anything better for us here? To say its name is decent, but yeah, Roaring Furnace, I guess we'll splash, and then we could unlock the Steaming Sauna. That's another way to draw cards, but really the Roaring Furnace is the reason to play this for sure. Another Defiant Survivor is nice. Another Watchdog. We have a Ticket Booth, which we're not going to play. So it's Defiant Survivor or the Watchdog. We have 2 Watchdogs. Stalked. I don't like the Piranha. I kind of want to take the 2-drop here, but I think Survivor's just too good. Emergence or Clobbering? I think Emergence is just better. Clobbering's nice because it costs 1, but you do have to tap stuff down. That being said, we now have 2 Defiant Survivors. Okay. We'll take the Clobbering specifically because of the Defiant Survivors, which we would love to tap down. It's also 1 mana, which is nice to have 1 mana removal. Nothing for us here. Don't know that there will be anything for us the rest of the way. And we have exactly 23 cards plus 3 lands. So I think we're pretty happy with what we're at here. Inspector's not bad in a Manifest Dread deck. Say its name not bad. We have plenty of ways to get cards. I'm going to go ahead and take the Inspector here, and we'll see how many ways we have to... I might actually play this since we don't have much top end. Okay. I think this is a very strong green, blue, splashing red deck. Like, I don't have any problem with, like, any of these cards. Piranha Fly I don't like, is tapped. We kind of only have 4 2-drops with the Researcher plus the 2 Watchdogs and the Growing Dread. So I'm definitely not cutting any of those. It's very likely going to be a 3-drop here as we have a ton. Roller Crusher is more like a 6-drop. I don't have any 4-drops. The Survivor's possible, but I hate that card. I have like 6 ways to manifest Dread, but we can bounce a couple of them and get out. Play them again, like Growing Dread a second time or whatever. We do have way too many 3-drops. I think we're going to cut the Grasping. It's not very good. Inspector with only 6 ways to manifest. It's close. The Tunnel Surveyor doesn't really do too much in our deck. It does give us 2 bodies for like the Fear of Exposure, for instance. Cautious Survivor's not that good. I'm going to cut that too. And then we'll play the Dagger Maw. What is, yeah. Okay, this looks good. And then our mana base is like 858. Looks good. Are all 3 of our red cards worth playing? We have the Roller Crusher, obviously. Roaring Furnace is good enough, and Betrayer's Bargain is good enough with a couple rooms. You can always sack a bottomless pool. Okay, let's do it. Looks good. All right, here we go. I think our deck is really, really, really good. This should get... Ooh, unless we draw poorly. I'm going to say 6 wins. Okay, the island is helpful here, because now we could fetch a red source if we need it. The question is, do we grab red on turn 1 here? And I think the answer is yes. Okay, luckily we can bounce whatever he pumps. Okay. Good stuff. Get one of our watch puppies online here. I don't think we need more land. We're going to need a 5th land at some point. I'm going to ditch the land for now. We have the Dagger Maw, which can help us find more land if we need it. For now, we don't actually really need 5 land. Okay. Definitely willing to make trades. Prevail again. Beastie is good. We do need more cheap creatures, though, is the problem. But now that we have the Beastie, I do want to find another land. Glimmer Seeker's scary. Okay, we don't want these things out here. I'm going to have to bounce 1. Because if this swings, he's going to create a Glimmer, which is an enchantment. So I think we'll go ahead and bounce the Glimmer and then drop a Watch Puppy. If we find land here, I would keep it. Roaring Furnace is not bad. I think we're going to keep that because I wouldn't mind blowing up his Scavenger before it gets too big. Okay. Assuming he's going to play another land out and the Glimmer? No, okay, that's great for us then. I don't know why he would play the less mana efficient line here, but I'm going to go ahead and blow up that the Scavenger here if we can. Got 2 mana open here. He could have something. No, okay. All right, we made it out of the worst part here. There's no need to blow anything else up here. I think we just pass. Part of me wants to cycle this so we can play the Beastie next turn. Yeah. Let's do it. We could have done this on his turn, but it's fine. Should have done it on his turn, I should say, but... Willing to make trades. We get to surveil. Now we find land, we can just dump it. Beautiful. Get out of here, land. Okay. But now we could Growing Dread and Bottomless Pool. I think I'm just going to lead on this, though. Get the big body out. If he kills it, we get to Manifest Dread. This only matters when you turn it face up. So we don't need to have this out before the beastie. In fact, having this die off before this comes out is probably better. Okay. Also, I wouldn't mind unlocking like the sauna here, for instance. Get to draw 2 cards per turn. Survivor plus Dread seems pretty good. Yeah, I think we're going to just play the Survivor here and then flash the Growing Dread in. Opponent finally finds the 5th land, and he looks like he's going to kill my dude. Okay. That's a good hit right there. Going to be a big body. Okay. We'll let him surveil. Then we will Growing Dread here. And if we don't get a good hit, we can just sack it. If we get a good hit, oh, that makes me sad. But we can get this back, so I'm going to play this. We can get that back. So yeah, we can just sack this, be happy about it. And now we can kind of hurt him a little bit here, because we can turn this face up. It's a 4-3. We swing with both. He can't block both. Well, he could block both, I guess. But we could bounce something as well. Yeah, I want to turn this face up. And then I want to bounce his Glimmer here. And I'm going to swing with everything. I know he'll definitely kill the 3-2, but we don't need 2 of these. Now the path is more clear. We get... Ooh, nothing good. Okay. He's got an Emergence. Okay. Not ideal. Now we hit the Clobbering. Oh my god. That would have been pretty helpful. Okay, so... I think we're going to go ahead and do what needs to be done here. And what just happened? Why is it not letting me submit? What is the problem here? I don't understand what's happening here. Okay, let's try this again. You have to do exactly 2? I'm confused. What? I don't know. That didn't make any sense. Anyway, point is, we're going to kill this now. That didn't make any sense. Auto Tapper was trying to mess me up there. Alright, so now we have a nice big Trampler out, and we can start drawing multiple cards. There's Under the Skin. We can get back the Roller Crusher. We can get back Moldering Gym if we want a big body. I mean, we can get back anything here. But we will see what he does first here. Maybe he has something. The question is, what do we need? Yeah. Probably get the roller, because the roller just kills anything he plays, but good stuff. This looks good. It's lacking a 2-drop. But other than the lack of a 2-drop, we can start ramping quickly. We have the board wipe. That's actually okay. Since we can't do anything else this turn anyway. We will just pass. We do have some double blue stuff in this deck, and that's about it. We don't have any double anything else. I'm going to go ahead and grab another island. Okay. Definitely going to run out the Moldering Gym here. And just ramp. Go ahead and grab another blue, I think. We already have a red. We don't need that many red. Okay. And the Terramorphic Expanse is great, by the way, with Delirium, because you always get to put a land into your graveyard. Next turn we can play out the Bashful Beastie already, which is pretty big. Okay, Fear of Isolation's annoying. I'm going to go ahead and run out the Beastie here. We have so much land already that this Crusher is going to be big. We cast it for 7. X is 4. We get to kill this. We get to kill that. We get to kill this. He should have pumped the Fear. What is he doing? That didn't make any sense. He just lost 2 points of damage that he could have done to my face. Oops. Okay. We don't need more land, though. Please stop with the land. Now he lets me swing with the Beastie as well, which, yeah, that made no sense. That was a really, really awkward play from my opponent. I do believe he is going to pump his Friendly Ghost and his Fear of Isolation here. That's annoying. We don't need the land in the graveyard. We do need the Furnace in there. Yeah, he's going to pump these with the Elegant Rotunda, so they will be 5 we need to do, or have Delirium. Means we need 8 mana, which we do have, but we're going to eat some damage in the interim here. That being said, if he just swings with everything, we do get to... Oh, that... Okay, what's he going to play here? He could have put... I guess he's holding open a counter here, but he could have pushed a couple more damage. Yeah, that being said, I'm just going to go ahead and swing with everything. Okay. And then we'll just play out all of our creatures, and if he's got a counter, then so be it. We want him to use it. There you go. So now when we play the Roller Crusher next turn, we'll indeed be crushing. Glimmer's annoying. He had pumped these last turn, though. Like... So he missed 2 points last turn. I'd be at 5. He missed 2 points when he played the Ghost. I'd be at 3. He certainly played this poorly. We can't kill the Glimmer is the only issue here, but he's going to have to chump it. He actually has no choice but to chump here. Or do I just win if I... He has 1 mana open. Because I can swing for 13 here, and I can bounce this at the bottomless pool and then just crush, or bounce this, sorry, and then crush that. What can he do for 1 mana here? It's been too long since I played this set. I'm not 100% sure. But he didn't pump anything, so, well. Do we go for lethal or not? This would be 3. Yeah, I mean, we'd have exact lethal here, but... Or exactly enough mana, I should say, for lethal. I'm going to go for it. I don't know what he can have in blue-red. How many do we have left over? 2? Doesn't matter. Okay. Okay. GG's. keep it rolling here. Deck feels good. Got all of our colors, but only one blue, so we do need to find a second blue, but yeah, I mean, this looks like a great curve. We can either grab a red or a second blue. Which do we want to grab? I'm going to grab a second, or sorry, I'm going to grab a red. The second blue cards we need are more like the back halves of... I'll let him surveil before we tell him what color we're playing. Not that that matters 99.9% of the time. But it does sometimes. Okay, we'll go ahead and grab a red here. I think it'll also be easier for us to find a second blue. Yeah, I don't... Yeah, I think we'll just play our own Watch Puppy here. Growing Dread's a keeper. The beauty. Especially right before a Defiant Survivor. Clobbering with the Survivor is great. Things are looking good. Okay. Fear of Exposure dumped into the graveyard. Say that probably tells me he's got some type of Delirium card here. Okay. We can either survey here or survive here. We're going to go ahead and... get the Surveyor out first, as it's just a great blocker for a 2-1. We're going to have a 1-1. He's got some removal for the 2-2, for instance. Better him removing that than the Survivor. Plays an Emergence here, or another Fear of Exposure. Okay. And we top deck a Betrayer's Bargain. We have plenty of removal here. We can kill everything if we want. I definitely want to kill the Fear of Exposure. We can either just pay 4 and kill 5-4, which seems pretty reasonable. Or we could play the Stalked Researcher and sack the Glimmer to kill the Fear of Exposure. I think that's probably fine. Okay. Alright, now the rest of my hand is all synergistic here. We're still waiting for him to use up some removal, perhaps. I'm not going to wait next turn, but... we're just hoping if he's got something, he uses it up. Okay. Land is good. We can now... Survivor and then flash in the growing. But this is really tempting to just coordinated clobbering the beastie here. I think we do go for it. It's just too good. Get to tap this down. And this. Kill that. But he gets the Manifest Dread. Oh, so do we. And we just killed off his 5-4. And he just lost... oh, we just lost our Under the Skin. What do we have in here? We have land already. Okay. We do lose a sorcery there, but... a really good one. I mean, if we hit something good here, then the Growing Dread becomes really, really good. The fact that we missed entirely is pretty bad. That's fine. Like, he just spent 6 mana to effectively give himself a 0/2 blocker. It doesn't have the effect anymore, so it doesn't do anything. Now, here's where we do need that second blue source. If we bring in the meat locker here and tap down the 2/2 probably, we get to swing with everything. And then if he trades, so be it. Problem is the one blue source kills me. It means we can't do anything else, but I'm gonna do it anyway. I'm gonna do it this way because I want him to trade off his Spine Seeker before he gets Delirium. And if he doesn't trade it off, that's even, you know, whatever. We just get to push through 7 damage. Okay. Would have been amazing if we could have flashed in the Growing Dread here. Or even open the Drowned Diner next turn. You know, either way. Having another blue source here is just going to be perhaps the difference between us winning or losing this game. If we draw, like, another green source, for instance, that's not helpful. That's cute. Now he can use this to tap. Or this actually removes even that ability. That's funny. It supersedes that. He can't even tap my Survivor. Okay. At the very least, we can still swing with the Stalked Researcher here and the Surveyor as well. I think he might have a 3-mana card in hand. That can get me another blue source, and then we can open up the Diner. Okay, we'll probably do that for next turn. And I will bring this in now because I want to attack. We hit a 3-cost green creature here. Are you kidding me? Pretty brutal. Opponent's still feigning like he has something here, but I'm going to go ahead and swing. He can actually only have 2 mana because this is... Yes. Okay, that's fine. Definitely don't mind that. I'm assuming he should at least trade off the Survivor for the Stalked Researcher here. Ain't doing anything. Okay. And fine with that. We get to find out what his face down card is as well. Okay. That's a brutal hit. Okay. That really sucks to see. That is really bad for me. Kind of ballsy to swing that into open mana here. You can't risk losing the Bookworm. There's no way you swing that here. Yeah. I go grab an island so that we can do something next turn. That is not what we want to see. So now we just threw away a good card for a bad. Okay. Oh. You have to discard a card here. Alrighty. I shouldn't have let that auto tap. Well, we wouldn't have been able to have another blue out anyway, but... We'll pitch a blue here since this comes in untapped since he has 10 health. I would definitely say we're behind now. We're going to have to bounce this somehow. I mean, I don't want to tap it, because if we tap it, he gets to get free stuff. If he swings with that, I think we double block for sure. It's a good trade for me. We just lost a 2-2 for his 3-4 that grows. Okay. Okay. Bottomless pool is good. We can bounce the Witcher. Probably stay hidden the Bookworm and then bounce it next turn. Okay. I think we're just gonna hold this. If he didn't have the O2, maybe we swing there for sure, but maybe you want to play that last land out with the Moldering Gem. Does help with the Growing Dread, I guess. Because if we play this for 6, then the following turn, maybe we could still flip something face up. Or 2. Okay, we need to get rid of that, though, so this is problematic here. Too much stuff to deal with, huh? Okay. That's not bad. Now, if we had played out that last land, we could have flipped it up and raided before he gets more value. But the good news is it's a trampler that's going to turn face up as a 6/5. So, could just win the race. We do get to play a 5/5. Oh, that's annoying. Blow something up. Well, you can blow up this. Okay, yeah, Fungus being on board is a big problem here. I think we're probably just doing both of these. I kind of want to swing with the 2/2 here and see what happens. I think he blocks with the Fungus, but there is a world where he does block with the Fungus. And then blows up the locker room or something. Or the Growing Dread, perhaps. It's possible. Or he just draws a card off of it. Either way, I think that's why we swing with this first. Just because if he did chump there, well, yeah, I don't know. It still doesn't really work, does it? No, it would work. You get to, yeah, you just have to wait till he blows it up. Okay. Anyhow, here we go. Let's get something tasty here. What do we got left? 2 nice cards. All right, let's grab the... And this turns face up. It's a 4-5 immediately. Or is this manifest more dread? But I'm honestly not sure if we want to manifest more dread. We're getting low on cards, and our Roller Crusher is still in the bottom here somewhere. And if we could find the Roller Crusher, we just win. I'm gonna dig for the Roller Crusher, because even though it's getting scary here. Bottomless pool, though. I think you have to keep that. Bouncing the Witcher is too good. This turns face up as an 9-8. Can you bounce? That's just creatures, okay. But maybe we could bounce the Duskmourn. Okay, well, we'll just bounce the face down card here. Gonna unlock the gym. He's only got 8 cards left. Man, we are both getting real low here. Okay, he taps out, although he technically still has... a few more mana he could use. So if we bounce this and then swing with... Oof, it's a little dodgy, huh? We do it anyway. Okay, let's hope that we're not bouncing something really, really good here. Nice. That's beautiful. Okay, so... do we leave back the 3-1, huh? We swing with everything. He blocks the 5-5. That one doesn't have trample. He blocks it with the 0-2. But this turns face up as a 6 attack. I mean... it's so risky. I guess he technically has a few more mana open than I'm thinking he has. But I think he can only fungus. We can't turn both face up, but we actually don't need to ever turn the 5-5 face up unless he blocks everything else. Okay. That's funny. He didn't even block with the other thing? Now, if he wants to get value out of his fungus, he has to use it here. But then if he uses it, we just win the game. But we can't turn our enchantment creature face up yet. We might just lose the game here if he actually doesn't activate the fungus. Like, he might have lethal in hand. It is possible. But if he uses his fungus, we have lethal. So, yeah, there you go. Let's go. Okay. He already targeted this. Okay. Let's go. All right, off to a great 3-0 start here. And we have been jinxed. The double blue with the triple green. Okay. Oh, come on. This is how it's going to end? We also have the island cycler with the double island now. Come on. This is brutal. I really don't want to go down to 5, but this feels pretty bad. I do not like this at all. Alright, we're in trouble. Not going to cycle this yet, because I'd rather have any color besides blue. Oh boy. But if we miss this turn, we're going to go ahead and cycle and just get another island out. Okay. That is technically a thing that is helpful. That being said, I think we're still just going to cycle for an island here. Okay. This can bounce creatures, so we can bounce this eventually. Dumps the seized and a land. Okay. Yeah, it looks like we're holding up in a counter too, which is kind of nice. Well, the Osseous is disgusting. Oh boy, our opponent's deck so far is pretty absurd. There's really, 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 really good cards. We've only seen 3 so far. They're all that way. It's not good. Okay, give me more land. Wouldn't mind hitting a red here or something helpful. It's not bad. Now we have 2 bottomless pools. We can certainly just use one up here. Always bring back like the Megalodon too if we just keep getting land, which we currently do not have, but got nothing better to do right now. I'm going to go ahead and bounce this. I very much would like to hit one more land. I could have under the skin there for sure and brought back the yeah. I think we probably should have actually. Okay. Yeah. Problem is, I don't think we can keep bouncing stuff and locking stuff down because we're going to need to deal with the Overlord. So I do kind of need to save these for the Overlord. If we do get some type of removal, for instance, I'm kind of hoping we can, like, sacrifice. Well, that's not good. That was actually not good for him either, by the way. I don't... Yeah, that could have killed a big creature at some point. Okay. Yeah, I really think we should have under the skin. I'm very much regretting that we didn't. Then we could have eventually cycled the dagger again. Ah. Needed one more land here. I'm going to go digging here. We have a lot of good cards in our deck. Furnace is kind of one of them. It doesn't kill a 5/5. That was the problem. It does kill the Stick Twister, though, so I will keep it. wait. We'll be patient. We are a patient boy. We will be patient. Okay. Alright, that thing is impending. Oh, we don't have any red sources. Yeah, that's a problem. We've been hitting our lands so nicely that I forgot to consider that we don't have the land that we need. Yeah, that's a problem. Okay. Let's swing with the pup. See what he does. He's got a lot of mana open over there. I'd prefer him to trade or kill it with a spell so we can surveil here. Trading is the best option because I would happily used a removal spell on that thing. Let's go. And let's dig for some land. That is not land, but oh my god, can I actually get rid of that? Awkward. I'm gonna get it back, but yeah. Guess we'll just get it back immediately. Kind of now telegraphs that we have it, I guess, but... And we lose a red source. That's really annoying. We could have put the red source into the... Maybe we're just misplaying this horribly here. Okay. Okay, so we've got a bunch of things we need to deal with now. We can tap this down. I can't believe we're missing so much land here. It's getting pretty brutal. We binned a couple on accident here. Okay. He can just play this back out at this point, so... I think tapping it down is actually better. And then I'm just going to pass. If you can get Delirium, we're in trouble. Oy. Alright, our opponent on nothing. Okay, that's a red source. Let's go. That is good for me. Play this as well. Just another blocker. For the time being. Yeah, this is huge for multiple reasons. We can now also unlock Diner. We can unlock Sauna. Locker Room. But mostly because we can ride the Roller Crusher here. The land getting in there is not helpful. Do need to sacrifice an enchantment somehow here. The problem is he does have the Rite of the Moth. So once we blow up his entire board, he does get something back immediately. We have Roaring Furnace now, too. A lot of options here. I think we're just going to draw. And then swing. We can get rid of an island here. We'll run out the forest. More land is good for the Roller Crusher. I don't know what my opponent is sitting on. Maybe we don't swing. Yeah, I'm actually okay just sitting back. I think we're in the driver's seat. He's going to have to be the one who makes some moves. He swings at the Overlord. I do think we double block. Okay. He does get that back, but it's a 1-for-1 here. And then if he uses the right to get it back, then he doesn't have it for later. Okay, that's fine as well. Now the Seized is out of his hand. We can also be happy about that. Roaring Furnace does kill the Overlord here immediately as well. I think we take the damage here. Okay, Roller Crusher's looking big. But I'm going to kill the... Oh, man, that Stick Twister is really obnoxious, though, too. I'd actually almost rather just chump the Overlord. Let him keep milling himself here. Get back a rat. The only thing he has is a rat in there right now, but that doesn't mean by next turn that it won't be a problem. Yeah, I think I'm going to bounce the Overlord and kill the Stick Twister, as weird as that sounds. This card's too good. Needs to go. And it's got a finality counter, so it's gone for good. So we don't even need to bounce it, though, is the thing. Like, we could just play out a chump blocker, play out a big flyer. We have options. I'm going to play this out and see what we get. Trader's Bargain is great. That kills the Overlord here. It actually makes me more tempted to go ahead and use this, because then we can just destroy it next turn. Sacrifice it, which will also turn on Delirium. And we can also sacrifice the Diner, I guess. Forgot we already unlocked the Diner. I also don't really want the Locker Room, though. I'm not really interested in drawing too many cards at this point. I'll be happily eating 2 damage here, as the Roller Crusher will kill multiple things. So, no matter how many things he puts out, they're all going to die. We can do 8 damage to 4 things once we get one more, once we sack something. I'm going to betray the Overlord here. Does it? Yeah, it exiles it. That's exactly what we want, so we can't get it back. Faithful, he doesn't have anything to get back, so that's fine. We can get the Fear and the Betrayer out this turn. Rat is fine. Okay. Okay, now Delirium is ready. There's a world where he has a discard effect here and makes me lose the Roller Crusher. We'd be a little sad about that. But his board looks terrible, and my board looks pretty good, so. Feeling pretty decent. He's not anything worth bringing back with the right or with this. Alright, Trapped in the Screen's annoying. If he swings with the rat, I'd be quite happy to trade, because then we get to kill it. We get to kill the manifest with the Roller Crusher. That being said, he might Valgavoth or something to get it back, or... Okay, Survivor's good. Grab that. He's down to 7 cards left, by the way. If we just, like, wipe his board, he's pretty much got almost nothing left. If he does bring back, like, the innocuous rat so he can manifest again, or the twins so he can manifest, like, he's going to be down to, like, 4 cards when he draws next turn. Yeah, you're down to 4 cards now when you draw next turn, so we just now pretty much wipe your board. And then you're in big trouble. You have 5 cards and then, again, 4 cards with the draw step. So this does 4 creatures are going to die here. So we have to kill the Valgavoth, both face downs, and then the unsettling so it doesn't put this... Well, actually putting the split skin in is kind of funny because then if he gets it back, if it draws him cards, is good for me. So we'll eat 2 next turn, but we wipe his board here. Okay. We go Valgavoth, so we can't get something back. Both face downs because we don't know what they are. And, I mean, honestly, I don't know if it matters. Yeah, I definitely want to kill that because if he does bring something back somehow. Well, he would have had an Egotist, which would have been good for him. Okay, he's down to 4 cards now. Just need to survive a few turns. Even just turning on the sauna, drawing an extra card a turn for the next few would be fine. Okay. He gets to bring something else back here too, but again, I think the only thing he's got is things you wouldn't want to bring back necessarily. What do you bring back? The twins? Bro, you have literally 2 cards left now. I mean, that's... Okay. We're on a timer. If we top deck a land here, we could still lose, but... Thank you, land. Okay, so we're going to have 3 mana left over. Or 5 mana left over. So we can unlock Steaming Sauna. That being said, we're going to need a lot of damage next turn. Okay, land not helpful. We go land, land after we need not lands. He's got 1 card left in his deck. I think we have to block the face down in case it's something really gross. We might just be dead because the Egotist can technically sacrifice a bunch of stuff and do some damage. That was another Egotist and he didn't turn it face up, sack something and keep it alive, and he's ping for 1 each time you do that, so... Yeah, I mean, even 1 creature off the top is not enough here. I think we're just dead because we drew land, land. Oh, gotta be kidding me. That's actually so sad. Ay, ay, ay. I mean, we probably misplayed something at some point. That's unfortunate. We had 1 card left. Alright, we could still top deck something here. We do draw a card at our end step, right? What do we have that we could draw? Get out. Does that do anything? Think we have anything else we can... That's the only instant I think we have. You can return 2 creatures to your own hand. Oh, that's so upsetting. God, if I had drawn this, I could have bounced Roller Crusher. Oh, that's so upsetting. Oh, that's so upsetting. Oh, it's so upsetting. Ay, ay, ay. In a need to not draw land, we go land, and then hit the card that wins the game. Okay, gotta shake that one off. That was a little rough. Okay. Hand looks great. Again, I'm sure I probably threw that one at some point. I don't know where. Keeping some of those red cards early. I definitely don't like the way I played it, so I can't really be too mad about it. It's still gonna haunt my dreams, but what are you gonna do? That's really annoying. That's a very good card. Okay. Now, a Fear of Exposure is the best possible hit to this now becomes a 6/5 trampler when we turn it face up, which we could literally do right now, if it weren't for the fact that we probably need to stay hidden this thing. That being said, it's pretty freaking tempting to just turn this thing face up. 6/5 trampler, huh? On turn 3? If we had gone first, we just win. Whenever he face down enters or when another one turns face up. We could get this out first so that it pumps even more. That's pretty slow. It's either stay hidden or turning face up here and hitting for 6, but I don't really want to race while he's got a Nemesis on the board. Okay. Gonna lock it down. Card's a little bit too strong. Oh, that sucks. Now I'm kicking myself for not turning that face up. I don't think he can just keep eating 6, though. Or 3, I mean. And then he gets to do something like potentially kill it or bounce it. Get it back, but that's not helpful. I definitely want the Inspector out before we under the skin. Survivor, while he has nothing else out, seems the best. Is a bit of a glass cannon, though, with only 2 health here. Yep, there you go. Hey, glass cannon, glass works. Basically called it. Clockwork's annoying. Not hitting land here is annoying, too, because we still can only do either one, or we could play this and Watchdog, I guess. Yeah. Alright, I would much rather have gotten the Cryptid out here, so we can finally under the skin, but... I just want land. Just a land, please. Love to bounce that Screaming Nemesis at some point before he can free it. Yeah, equipping that Clockwork is really nasty, but we'd probably have to just chump block it. Trial of Agony. Alright, so one gets to take 5 damage, and then he's going to get to swing for 4 here. So I guess we want to lose the Doggo. Just to keep digging here. Yeah, we'll be down low enough, huh? Gonna come in untapped. As long as he actually follows through with what I'm imagining he's going to do. Maybe he won't. Okay. Thank you for obliging. Now I get an untapped land. And we can play out the Beastie. We got the Under the Skin. Still would rather have this out first. But man, we've been cursed with drawing cards in the wrong order here. Not having enough land. Maybe we could make an excuse. We should have gotten that out earlier. Instead of the Defiant Survivor, perhaps. On an open board, I think it's fine. He's forced then to either kill this or play a creature. Otherwise, he basically just loses. Okay. Drawing some cards. Okay. He probably should have traded this first so that he could, because this exiles something that he might have wanted to play. Okay. So we hit the land that we can now do this into the Under the Skin, and we can get back probably the Fear of Exposure. Nothing super good in here right now. So let's go for it. That is a creature. I'll take it. Okay. That gets bigger. We keep swinging. He does get to equip the chainsaw and swing every single turn for eternity, which is really annoying, but it's half of his mana, so we can always chump with the Tunnel Surveyor. We're not going to get the 1/1 from this, unfortunately, but the reason it's still decent is the Growing Dread gets a +1/+1 counter. I'd also kind of rather just keep it alive so we can have Fear of Exposure out easier in case we top deck something we also want to play. That being said, if he gets too aggressive here, we can swing for a decent chunk. This is going to get +1/+1 when we flip this up. Okay. It's got one blocker. We literally have lethal if we top deck like any of our myriad bounce spells. So I'm just gonna let this happen here. There you go. Bottomless Pool this guy. Turn this face up, and that's lethal because these both get +1/+1. You got too aggressive, punished. Okay, I'm back after some time off here, and I'm going to make a change. I'm going to put this Chandelier in and take out the Surveyor. Just to have more top end. We've been going through our deck pretty quickly, and this can kind of be a nice mana sink towards the late game. We have ramp, so nice to have some bigger threats, I think. We'll see how it goes. Okay, we're back after some time off. If my voice is a little bit lost, it's because I was playing on the guitar and singing for quite some time. This is not a good hand, but on 3 we get to ramp to 4, and then on 5 we will have a... So on turn 4 we will have a Bashful Beastie. We can bounce something in the interim here. We have all of our colors. So I am going to go ahead and keep... You know, it might be sketchy of a keep. I don't think it's that sketchy. It's just maybe a weaker hand, but I think you always keep. Okay, that's an obnoxious card. That is obnoxious. It's not one I like to see here. Can't be blocked, so he just gets to slap me in the face a bunch of times. Gets to put counters on it and gets to draw cards off of it. Then eventually it becomes a copy of another creature, so he plays like a 4 or 5 drop. Suddenly this switches from being like a 3/3 into being something huge. 2/1 is fine, but it does have flying, so kind of annoying again. We could play a 3/2 here, but again, this can't be blocked, so it doesn't actually accomplish anything. So I'm going to go ahead and just ramp. We have the islands, we have the forests, we have the mountains. I guess we'll take another forest here just because our hand is... we'll take another island. We do have a couple double blue things, so if we can get a third blue, then that helps a little bit, I think. Okay, but if he leaves mana open here, it's going to be annoying. Counter my Bashful Beastie and we just lose. We're already eating a lot of damage here. Great. Well, I'm going to go for it. I mean... Okay. It still can't block anything, so we're still kind of in a holding pattern here. Getting smacked in the face. Okay, so his Silent Hall Creeper is going to become a Fear of Failed Tests, but with a couple plus, so a 4/9er. That's pretty freaking big, by the way. Roller Crusher does nothing against that. You can bounce it, but then he suddenly gets a 2-drop again that gets to swing a bunch of times where I can't block it. Ay, ay, ay. What a bad draw. What an absolutely awful draw. Pretty frustrating. Alright, I'm just going to play both Defiant Survivors out here. And we're just going to try and, like, triple block the 4/9 here. And pray we don't get completely blown out. I don't really know what else we can do. Yeah, I think we're just dead, right? 4, 6, 7, 8, 9. That was fun. Glad I came back for this one. Okay, we're going to take the Chandelier out and put the Surveyor back in. We just got completely run over. It wouldn't have mattered at all, but... Okay, that was kind of ridiculous and very frustrating. Let's hope we get to go first for once. No. And no 2-drop. Great. Gonna keep, though, because we've got all our colors again. Got a 3-drop. That's annoying. Bottomless pool again. Alright, last time we didn't use our pool because it would have not really done too much. Baseball bat now? Okay. That automatically gets to attach, but I'm going to go ahead and bounce the fungus probably. Okay. Now he has to pay 3 in order to equip this to anything else, which is the good news. Watch Puppy. No land here. Possible he's missing land. Or he's got a forest. No, okay, so he can't play the fungus yet. That being said, we can't play any enchantment creatures until that thing is dealt with, so it's a little bit annoying. The Inspector does not block here, so annoying. Alright. Gonna eat a bunch of damage here. He's probably gonna equip the baseball bat. Baseball bat for 4. And get a fungus out. Okay. Still don't think we block, though, here. Even though baseball bat taps down my stuff, so I mean... maybe it's better to just trade. Such a bad trade. Bunch of tapped lands, huh? Okay. I'm literally only running like 2 5-drops in this entire deck. We have 2 5-drops and 1 6-drop. And that is it. We shouldn't be getting run over. A little bit frustrating. I think we probably ditched the pool to kill the dog. And then we can get a tapped land in. Okay. So we're going to wait. This one's always tapped. The other one comes in untapped if I get hit for a little bit, which is very likely. This is an instance, so we're going to play it on his turn after he equips the baseball bat, hopefully. Red, green, blue. We have another blue. Yep. Alright, so this is what we want. Although I don't want him to tap down my guy, so I'm going to go ahead and do this now. Next turn we get the Bashful Beastie in, and then we start getting the Cryptid be larger. This is tough because, again, this taps stuff down. So the less creatures we have blocking, the worse. I think everything points to me sitting back here, but sitting back kind of really stinks. Green, this comes in untapped now. Right. Growing Dread is decent with the Inspector. Unfortunate piece is that he has the Insidious Fungus, which kills it. But I think we wait because, well, now he's going to get the baseball bat. Man, if we had this last turn, it would have been so huge. Because we could have caught him off guard here. Now I think we just have to play a big creature. But then he taps down the Beastie, and once again, we're in the same spot. I don't know. I don't know, man. This is not good. I think we need to just keep getting big bodies out there. You can only tap down one of them. And if the Bashful Beastie dies, which probably won't if he just taps it down, we would get to grow our Inspector, but... maybe we've eaten too much damage here. Looks like he's about to kill the Inspector, and then he's going to tap down the Beastie, and we're just going to eat a ton of damage. And then we're probably dead, because he can just tap something down every turn. Maybe we should have killed the dog. I didn't know it would be his only creature, if I knew it was his only creature. Super frustrating. We play the Stay Hidden, and then he just kills it with the Fungus. Super frustrating. God. Super frustrating, man. The good news is that it wouldn't untap this turn, so we'd have to at least wait. Alright. Tap you down. Oh, God. Okay. If he swung with the Fungus, we could have gotten him. That's interesting. Ooh, clobbering. So we could kill the Branch Snapper here and play out the Fear of Falling. I think that's what we have to do. We're going to have to kill the Trample guy here, because otherwise he's going to get the baseball bat moved. But if we play this, again, the Fungus just gets to kill it. So we tap this down and the face down card. That's fine. Does exactly 6. I mean, I'm going to swing. We're going to keep pushing damage here. He's down to 6. That's annoying. He gets the snapper back immediately. mean, he can't play it this turn, but he's gonna get it back. Okay. We've stabilized-ish, but again, the fungus just gets to kill the fear. If he has another way to kill it, alright, we're just screwed. We are just screwed now. Wow. Screwed? Or rescued from the jaws of defeat here. So if we go Roller Crusher here, it's going to do 6 to 3 targets. It just wipes everything. He's got 1 mana. I don't think he could have like a Shard Mage's Rescue or something. Is that this set? It's been a minute. I mean, I think we just go for it. I guess he gets to retaliate before we do anything, but we only need to kill 1 thing here. So it's, oh, he doesn't have enough mana. That's fine. Okay. We got him. That was not a fun game. I did not appreciate that. Getting hit with a baseball bat. Rude. Okay. Let's see what we can do here. Alright. Opening hand is interesting. We take a second island, we could play Get Out and the Fear, but then we have no red sources. We have a Bottomless Pool and a Cryptid Inspector, and we're going second again. Definitely going to keep, but it feels bad that we're probably not going to have a red source. And that we don't have a creature until turn 3, and now we need a red source. Okay. Not good. I think we have to take the red source, because we can bounce something and then we can betray something. And Get Out is good to counter, but currently don't need to counter. We need to stop getting hurt. Okay. That's actually not bad. Not bad at all. If he uses some removal to kill this here, I'm okay with it, because then we have the Inspector next turn. Haunted Screen is an interesting card. I don't think it's particularly good. The late game, it of course turns into a 7/7. Okay. I don't think I hate Bottomless Pool on a Glimmer here. And then we get the Watchdog as well. Seems pretty good. Hello, Roller Crusher. Don't normally like this on like a little teeny tiny token. You kind of want them to have to spend their mana to do stuff again, but here I'm going to put in some damage or trade off his Percussionist. That's fine by me. We do need to hit some land here. This is my only big fear at this point. Okay with that. Okay. So, we need to find land. How do we find land? Could betray the Fear here. I don't really hate that. It's the kind of card that you, if you're black-red, want to keep getting back from your graveyard. So exiling this thing is not a bad move. That being said, it's just really obnoxious that we have to sacrifice the locker room. If we get the Inspector out, the problem is he could end up wrecking me if he has removal for this, equips this, it's a 5/3, and then we have to block. I don't think we really even have a choice. We actually literally have to do that. Not literally have to, but I think it's borderline if you don't. Okay. Card's fine. We can... Roller Crusher's getting pretty close. We just need land and jam and instant. Once we get a creature in there, we'll be okay. Opponent's got one card left in their hand. Don't really want to have to double block this. That being said, that's just disgusting. Okay. 7 damage, huh? Well, if we block here, we now have the Roller Crusher. We do need one more land for it, though. Oh, we need one more land off the top of the deck so badly here. One more land, please. Thank you. Alright, so now this does 4 to 2, which is amazing. Obscene value, by the way. Just obscene. I will take it. That card's not broken at all. I don't know what you're talking about. I just play good, and that's why I have a good win rate. Get Out's going to bounce that Roller Crusher back to my hand, by the way, and then we're going to do it again. Going to be pretty sweet. Opponent is on 5-6, so he needs one more land, and then he gets to instantly swing with this, because... Well, not instantly swing with it, but he instantly gets to turn it into a 7-7. So one more land, and then we have a 7-7 to deal with. I'm not going to let him know we have the Get Out yet. I think we're going to just keep ramping. The fear is pretty ridiculous, though, too. The thing is, the ramping really helps if we want to bounce the Roller Crusher, and... Yeah, I don't mind this, actually, because we get to keep the Get Out open, then. And if he does drop some bomb next turn, we're obviously going to counter that instead of Roller Crusher bouncing. So, what do we have here? Bunch of islands, which is what we need, to be fair. We have a lot of blue stuff, huh? I'm going to grab a forest anyway. Okay. Alright, so he gets the 7-7 here. Looks like he's going to turn the haunted screen on. Okay. In order to do 7, you need 4. In order to do 4, we need 7 land. So we just need 1 land. I don't think we actually want to return the Moldering Gym, but I also don't think it matters. I think we might as well bounce it back. We didn't get the other part of the value yet, but that's a land, baby. All right, so this now does 3 and then 4. 4 times 2 is 8. Math skills, baby. That is disturbingly good, by the way. We could have done 4 creatures. There's no more creatures to hit. Another Skin Ripper. The Menace is annoying, but... Okay. Get a 5-5 out, or a 4-4. It's not good enough. Alright, we'll get the 5-5 out. That becomes very large. Yeah. I don't think I mind eating 4. And if he wants to trade, that's good for me, I think. Yeah, it's good for me, because once I turn this face up, it's going to be very large and have trample. Okay, that sucks. That really sucks. He can't turn it face up, but he gets to sack it? That's so disgusting. Oh my god. And then when he sacks it, it's literally lethal if I don't block here. That's so disgusting. I don't think I play around that, but, like, that really sucks. I mean, he had one card in hand. Like, okay, that saved my life, because this is Menace, so one creature would not have been good enough. Although I still don't really know how we're going to win this. Kills that, then yeah, now we really need to find a creature off the top or removal. That is not helpful. I mean, I'm going to play this out, and I think we just hold the land for the diner. Can't do anything. He could have lethal if he has another Vengeful Possession. But if he can't do anything, then this gives -2, -0. So then at least, even if he then swings, it's not lethal. That's pretty helpful, getting a big body. But again, super dodgy to just let him swing. And then if he sacks 2 things, I don't think he can sack 2 things next turn. But do we just, like, push? He goes down to 9, and then that threatens lethal. Yeah, I mean, I think we do, so... And then the good news is, even if he has a removal spell for this, it's still... I mean, we can't block next turn, but still might put lethal on board. Probably not. I don't think we have anything else big with a Megalodon. The Megalodon. Okay. I'm going to go for it. I think we have to. I think we have to be aggressive. Alright, we are threatening lethal. And he is very, very close to lethal. How quick he just swung, I'm going to go ahead and say he's got some answers here. Maybe even lethal. Again, he needs to sack 2 things. Oh, that is scary. What do I have to do here? I have to sacrifice... What is this? A non-token enchantment. And then we have to sacrifice a creature. Oh, this is so close to lethal. If I find removal, like, he's dead. We have so many bounce spells. We did it once before. This also gets rid of flying when we swing. Okay, so let's sack. I already opened up the important part there. I don't think we can get this back ever. Actually, if we sack this, we can get it back. That's actually nice for us. Okay, and then we sack this. We get a Manifest Dread. We did not get lethal here. Or a way to get back the Roller Crusher. Okay. We can open this up and still survey the tunnels. So let's do that, right? Ooh, clobbering. Clobbering, clobbering. Oh my god. This comes in untapped. We'll get rid of the tapped land. This is so interesting because we could clobber his Vile Mutilator and then he has nothing. But if we attack with this, this loses flying until next turn. So it becomes a 4/5. We'll have something on the ground. We push 4. We're going to have a lot of stuff on the ground. So, I mean, we should be able to block. We clobber, we don't push any damage. And I'd rather clobber when this is face up. Alright. Here we go. Now even Vengeful Possession doesn't win on the spot. Megalodon plus clobbering wins, right? No, we need to do 1 extra damage. Because he now has the Glimmer on. Let's go. Oh my god. Sweaty, sweaty games. Alright, 6 wins. Final boss time. Here we go. Bump the microphone. Hopefully it's not all crackly now. Seems to be okay from what I can tell. Okay. All our colors. We're actually going first for once. We have a Growing Dread, an Inspector. Okay. They've got me all kinds of optimistic right now. I'm going to go green first here so we can get the blue out next turn with the Growing Dread. Skull Crab is annoying. It can certainly put in work. Getting it out early is scary. We do have a way to pull something back from our... What the hell? That's crazy. I've never seen that move before. Lose the Stay Hidden and the Get Out. Okay, so we don't get to kill this, but we do get to bounce. That's annoying. So we already have... We don't have land in there, right? We have instant and enchantment. Now we can get a land in there, so let's do that. Yes, we will block. Thank you. Okay. It's now really hard to kill this because it's got Ward 2, and I'm sure that's his plan, but like wasting a Sheltered by Ghost is an awesome way to lose a game, I would say. Okay. So we can't betray yet, and then even when we do, we're gonna have to sack an enchantment, but we can, or a creature, we can sack the little guy. I'm gonna go ahead and swing. Okay, that's another mill, but that's okay. Kind of helps me a little bit. Again, we have a way to pull something back. I do think we want to kill that crab, though, because it is a 1/3 life linker that is constantly going to cause chaos. I think we want to kill it. Being said, it's not like the end of the world. I don't know if it's actually worth killing our Growing Dread for this. I think we swing with both of our 2/2s. We want to trade off like his Tunnel Surveyor so we can get our Defiant Survivor a clearer path here. That's such a crazy block. Yeah, there you go. That's a much safer block. Okay. Opponent is nuts. Love it. Okay. We're going to lead on this because it has the better... I'm attacking next turn, perhaps. Trapped in the screen, okay. We don't want to mill anything, like, super, super duper good. Under the Skin is how we bring the stuff back. So now I'm annoyed. Now you've made me angry. Now we don't want to risk losing our more important things. That being said, like, we could just kind of run him over here. We get the Fear of Falling out if he can't answer it. He's already wasted one, had a second removal spell. I genuinely have never seen in my entire life someone play Sheltered by Ghosts on turn 2 to get rid of nothing. It is so wild. Such a wild choice. Yeah, I'm just going to play the Fear of Falling here, and we're just going to keep pushing damage. If he wants to trade, that's great. Now, we really don't want to see another trapped, but he's got one, he's got one. Then we'll finally deal with his grab. Oh, no, he's got one? Or is he just reading the wall of text here? Thinking, oh man, why did I get rid of a Defiant Survivor and a nothing? Okay, Tunnel is not a threat. fine. I wish I had a way to protect this. A counter spell or something. In which case I would just continue to let him mill me to death as I murder him in the skies, but yeah, we haven't lost anything important yet. That's a big boy. We can't play it, though. Need one more. So the double... We're still going to need to sack something in order to... I guess we just sack the Growing Dread. Do we really bother killing that? I mean, we are down to 16 cards, but my opponent's got one card in hand. He plays a flyer, we're going to be like, why didn't we keep this? If he keeps playing enchantments off the top of his deck, we're going to get milled to death, so... Bit of an interesting spot. I guess we go ahead and... It's also got lifelink, and the Growler can make it so, so it's unblockable. I know it's only healing for one, but... I think we deal with it and pray he doesn't have removal off the top of his deck here. It's perfectly fine. That would have been another 2 cards milled. Beautiful. Hitting the land means we can play the Dagger Maul next turn. Get the Inspector this turn. Does he have a counter? Get out? This reality. Okay, that is perfectly fine. That was his last card. He probably should have manifested red. Okay. Feeling pretty good here. Opponent playing off the top of their deck. Due to hit some land here. Do not mind eating 2 damage if he wants to swing. Okay. Need to pop this and get a forest. Okay. Oh no, did he actually top deck something? That's annoying. Okay, it's gonna go to the top of the deck though, so that's okay. Let's change the clock though. Wait a bit. So he actually gets to kill this now if we swing with it, which is annoying. Don't think we swing here. We would really just 1 for 1, or maybe 2 for 1. Then he still has the Prowler, so I don't think that really accomplishes anything. Just turns this into a 3/6. Oh, no, no, no. Come on. You really top-decked all these removal spells? I'm not frustrated. Not frustrated at all. All right, we're due to hit. We have 12 cards left, and one of them is the Roller. Right? We didn't lose that yet, right? No, Rollercoaster Ride's still in the deck. We have both bottomless pools. That would be helpful. God, that's so frustrating, man. And we hit land. Come on. Let's sneak 2 damage through if we swing with both. Because he has to triple block to kill this. Cute, but I don't think it matters. Probably a good way to get wrecked. He could flash something in or something. Good news is he can't bounce the fear yet. The other good news is we do have a roller coaster somewhere here. Now we can bounce it. Good, 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 good. Coordinated clobbering. Super annoying because it taps down your stuff. But we do get to kill a 4/4, so there is that. It's only really a 3/3 though. It's got the glimmer on it. I think we're better off killing the Prowler. Or maybe even the face down card. What did he pitch? Oh, Island. I'm going to use it now, though, because he doesn't have any mana right now. So if he does kill the dagger, we suddenly have nothing. Just a question of what are we killing here. Two, 3, 4, 5, 6. I guess we kill the 4/4. And then technically next turn we can swing. God, he ripped, like, stay hidden and vanish from sight off the top of the deck when he needed removal. Okay. He's getting aggressive. We get a bounce spell here. A bounce spell indeed. I'm gonna do it for 3. Not go crazy, because if he has the counter that we need to pay 2 in order to do it anyway. Technically speaking, we actually only need to do this for 1, right? Let's go. Rolled and crushed our way to a trophy. Not bad. That card definitely won us at least half the games we won. That being said, our deck was pretty good even without it. Yeah, I mean, the double bottomless pool is nuts. Furnace was cool. The gym was nice for fixing. The Terramorph for fixing. We had 2 double colored lands. Yeah, I mean, the Inspector came in pretty nice. He's usually not my favorite, but you have like Defiant Survivors, the Beastie. We got to hit the exposure at least 2 or 3 times with Manifest Dread, but I don't think we ever got to turn. I think we turned it up once for 3. It's such a phenomenal card to hit with Manifest Dread. Like, this is the card you want to hit because you don't have to do any extra payment. You don't have to tap anything. It's just a 3-mana 5/4 trample. I don't think we ever really got to... Well, we got to use the Get Out once to bounce the Roller Crusher and play it a second time, although I think we still lost that game. Fear of Falling. Clutch. Absolutely good. Not much top end here. We had 2 or 3 big creatures. And that is it. All in all, Roller Crusher Ride definitely carries. This card is busted. But pretty fun deck regardless. That is all for this one. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. More Duskmourn drafts coming soon. They are going to be doing the booster box promos where if you do sealed and you win sealed, you get booster boxes for Duskmourn. That's coming this weekend. I will be definitely doing at least probably 4 of those. That's $100 worth of Duskmourn sealed entries. We'll see if we can earn some booster boxes. I earned some Foundations ones over 2 months ago, and you can see them right here. Oh no, just kidding. They still haven't shipped them. What the hell? Thanks for watching. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. Bye.